This is how it's going to happen, folks. I feel like Max von Sydow at that last scene with, second to last scene with Robert Redford on 3 Days of the Condor. Speaking of a reference that nobody knows what I'm talking about. So Paul Ryan, right? When Donald Trump becomes the presumptive nominee, Paul Ryan isn't quite prepared how to answer that question. Will you support Donald Trump? So he hems and haws, and he's trying to figure out, will I support Donald Trump? And then in the subsequent days after they've attacked him and he realizes like, oh, I've got to support Donald Trump. He works out another plan. How am I going to do this? And this is, we've seen this, we'll see this across the board. Virtually every elected Republican, there may be a couple that are holdout, but they all basically are saying the same thing. Well, I need to know a little bit more about Donald Trump, where he stands. Because I haven't seen enough about Donald Trump. He's only had $3 billion worth of free media over the past 9 months. So I haven't gotten a full sense of who he is as a person. Now, here is Paul Ryan. And this is what now Paul Ryan saying. Now, here's the funny part. First, Donald Trump says, maybe he, as the Speaker of the House, even though he's the leader of the Republican Party, maybe he shouldn't be the chair of the convention. And then Paul Ryan was like, I'm willing not to be the chair of the convention. Sure, because that gives Paul Ryan a reason not to go to the convention. And then Donald Trump says, actually, no, I think he should be. And so here's Paul Ryan basically trying to figure out, okay, now how do I capitulate to Trump, but without it making look like I'm capitulating for absolutely no reason? Well, here's how he tees it up. And when we come back from the sound, I'll tell you what the swing will look like.
He's the nominee. I'll do whatever he wants with respect to the convention. The point is, we just need to get to know each other. And my goal is to help put together a unified party that sticks to our principles.
There you go. So what's going to happen is he's going to go in and they're going to have a face-to-face meeting. And they're going to sit down. And the meeting's going to take like an hour and a half. They may even actually call in for like beef jerky or some other like treat that like 20 minutes in, they realize we both have a love or a weakness for a certain type of donut. And I sat down, Paul Ryan will tell us, and I finally got a chance to meet Donald Trump one-to-one without the filter of the lamestream media. And I realized we see eye to eye. And then he told me he would appoint fill in the blank of some radically right-wing Supreme Court justice. And I knew that I could support him.
Hey, Paul, have you ever gotten driven in a limo and thrown beer cans at homeless people? It's tremendously fun. It's a fantastic time. I mean, you have all these things in your budget to make them hungry, but have you ever gone out and enjoyed yourself?
Donald's going to be coming by for a barbecue to meet my kids. Because kids are our most important thing. And that's one of the other things I realized. He's a great parent. So I'm proud to support him as our nominee.
Paul, I know you're a great father, and I'm just assuming that obviously if your children are older, and I think they're mostly boys, and you were gay, you'd be into banging them, right? That's the kind of parent I am. I mean, it's true. Have you seen Ivanka? Humana.
It was hey
She
Sam, the
makes
truth of the matter.
She makes
The truth of the matter.
She makes Ivana look like a pig.